For this video, we're going to look at the notes found inside the major scale. The major scale is the reference scale. This is going to teach us how the minor blues, for example, gets its name, what flattened fifth means. Why is it called a flattened five? You're going to learn what a major blues note is, or a major third. So you're going to learn arpeggios, you're going to learn a major arpeggio, major seventh, dominant seventh, and a whole lot of other things in minors and stuff like that. So it's a very important lesson in this. What it's going to do, it's going to teach you the notes inside the chord, it's going to give you target notes, so when you get to improvising, you'll understand why I can stop on certain notes, when and how. So we're going to see what makes up the chord, because if I know what notes make up the chord, I know what notes to stop on for my phrasing. I know that I must go on that note, for example, depending what the chord is. Now, enough talking. Let's start with the major scale. I'm going to start with C major, because C major has got low sharps and flats. The diagram is on the PDF. Please make sure you've got the PDF open and or printed out, so you can reference the diagrams and what I'm commenting on as well. And here's your C major scale, fret number 8, and it's going to go like this, slow motion. I'm sure most of you know it. And then we number each note: first note, second note, third note, fourth note, fifth note, sixth note, seventh note, octave. 8 means octave, octave means 8, and that's your major scale. And we've numbered each note. Okay, now we're going to go to point number 3. Okay, now just above point number 3 is point number 2, and this is major row, dominant row, minor row. We're going to refer back to that. We're going to use the 2 in conjunction, point 2 and 3 together. But first of all, on the diagram you can see I've highlighted the first note, the third note, and the fifth note. Okay, that is a major arpeggio. It uses the first note, third note, and fifth note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 notes, 1, 3, 5 of the major scale. And if I were now to play a normal C major chord like this, for example, the notes would be C, E, G. Okay, got 2 more notes, C and E. But in essence, there's only 3 different notes. That's the important thing. So your basic chords like C, A, G, F sharp, they're all referred to as triads, even if they've got 5 or 6 notes, because they only got 3 different notes that don't regard octaves as different. So we need to know our terminology here. Okay, so we got your major triad first of all. First note, third note, fifth note, okay, of the major scale. Next up for point 4, it says the major quartet within the scale. The quartet means it's a 4-note chord. And the theory is you always go to every second note in the scale. So you go from here onto that note, onto that note, onto that note. So you're skipping a note. So it's first, third, over here, onto the fifth, over here, onto the major seventh there. And that's your major seventh. And that's also been highlighted in diagram number 5. And what sounds quite cool, you put the octave with, because you can. It gives quite a cool little riff as well to this, if you like the sound of it. And in major normal, with the octave and major 7. Okay, so when you see major 7, it just means it's the 7th note of the major scale. Okay, next we're going to look at the next page. We're now going to convert the major triad into a minor triad. Now there's a whole theoretical step 5 written to the right hand side of the diagram. You'll see this little red arrow that says flattened 3. Now when you take the first note, first, second, third, if I flatten that, I lower the pitch like that. So now I take the first, flatten third, fifth, and I've got a minor chord, putting the octave as well. But this is quite a stretcher. I don't really want it stretched, so I can do it if I want to, but I could also take this note and put him there. Same note, same And that just goes to prove that the guitar has got duplicate notes. So there's your minor, C minor, the third has been flattened, and now we go minor seventh. The seventh has not been flattened too, because the seventh used to be there, correct? 1, 3, 5, 7. We've now flattened the third. There's the third, and we flatten the seventh into that. So now I've got okay, you got your minor seventh arpeggio. So I don't want to get too much into playing all these arpeggios over here. What I want you to learn from this over here is that when you see a chord's name like a 9th chord or a 13th chord or a sus4, that number refers to the note's position in the scale. So if you had a C sus4 and you go C, 1, 2, 3, 4, the note F must be inside there. Simple as that. If you see a 9th chord, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that note must be inside the chord. Simple as that. Okay. Now, lastly, before we finish up this video, we're looking at the dominant 7th, and that's a major triad, but the 7th over here has been flattened, so it gives more of a bluesy sound. Okay, so it's ear training. It lets us know that your major 7, 1, 3, 5, major 7 octave, minor 7th has got a flattened third and flattened 7th. And the dominant 7th is somewhere between those. It starts off with the major. Sorry, my bad. Again, there's your flattened 7th. And a nice little exercise to do with this as well, which I'll sit and send along with you. I'm going to play through it now. Is going to be all the types of 7ths in the major scale. It's going to go from here, C major 7, D minor 7, E minor 7, F major 7, G 7, A minor 7, B minor 7, flat 5, there's the flat 5, and then major. Now, just quickly on the diminished and that, I was going to sit and break down something quickly for you. Diminished are quite unique because they've got a flattened 5th and a flattened 3rd. You take your root note and you go 1, 2, 3, and you flatten it. You take the 5th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's my 5th, and I flatten that as well. So now I get quite cool. And I flatten the 7th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I flatten in. So now I get this. That's quite a cool sound. And if you sit and take it across the fretboard, for example, like this, minor thirds the whole way through. That's a full diminished run. But just goes to show what you can do with intervals. But right now, for this purpose over here, we now know how to build major minor triad, 1, 3, 5. So first, third, and fifth note of the scale. We have to build your major 7, your minor 7. We know you got duplicate notes because just repeating the obvious, don't forget about it. And then the dominant 7th is the one between. And there you have your basic triads and quartets the whole way through. And you've got a chord exercise which you can sit and learn as well. Try it backwards. Ooh, I played the wrong note there. Okay, and you can run it backwards, forwards, but that will be on the second PDF that I'm sending through to you. Hope you enjoyed the video. Any questions, please let me know. We'll go more into depth later about the whole thing, but for now, I hope you understand how chords are actually built. It's important theory. It's going to come in later with chord tones. It's going to help you build chords. And when we say that, build chords as well quickly, for example, there's C, okay, C, E, G. I know there's a C, there's a E, there's a G, there's C as well. There's C, E, G, there's C as well. There's a C over here. So you get to learn all the different ways if you know the names of the notes on your fretboard. So I hope you're seeing it. This over here opens up a whole lot of other doors. Your chords, you'll find them inside scales. There's your C. And there you go. You can actually see how this chord works inside the... There's C as well. you can see how you can build the notes into your chords as well. So I hope you're seeing the potential theory inside this. We could make this video quite easily to 2-3 hours of rambling on, but I first just wanted to cover the basics in this video. Hope you enjoyed. Enjoy.